All right, folks, this is Bob and Phineas live, and we are finally here. This is Phineas TF over here next to me.
How are you today, everybody? It's been kind of a bumpy ride here, but we are definitely here. And Angela is a bit flustered, but we thank her for her patience and just can-do attitude. So we are grateful for Angela making things right. So thank you.
Well, and here's the thing Phineas has been pretty calm through it all. All right, so I just want to say real quick, we'll kind of explain, but let me start off with saying Gordon Bailey, and I refer to Gordon a lot because he was so instrumental in my life. He had a saying: remain seated at all times, keep your hands and feet inside the ride, hang on tight. Yes, that's right, the whole 9 yards, kind of like you get at Six Flags or any amusement park. But so, quick explanation for those of you who were not over on YouTube. We have 10 days left on our StreamYard subscription. We've been with StreamYard from the beginning, 5 seasons now, and they have gone up 100% on their subscription rate for the level that we were at and did away with the basic level. Uh, Almost $500 a year, and we just couldn't do it any longer. Uh, so the Kringle brothers found another platform that looks and tastes and feels everything just like StreamYard on air, but behind the scenes, the studio and the administrative side of it for the producer is totally different. We tried. We tried to go on today with our new platform, and it was not allowing Facebook to broadcast. It was only sending it privately, which would have meant that only friends of Angela, once she invited them all, and who has time to do that, would be able to see it. So we was over there for, I don't know, less than about 8 minutes, I think, trying to get it to work. Could not do it. Thanks everyone for joining us. Thanks for staying with us. Thanks for everything.
Yep.
This week has been a roller coaster. When I say, sit down tight and hold on tight. Got back from Branson. It's been a whirlwind of a week. I think it's been one of the craziest weeks we've had around here. It is just what it is. You take a day off, Phineas, it takes you a week to catch up because for every day you miss, it takes you a couple of days to catch that back up, but you still got everyday stuff coming in. So it just compounds, and that's kind of the week it's been. I want to say hello to everyone. Thank you, AJ, on the shirt and hat. That's right, my Coca-Cola hat and shirt. I don't know if you can see the shirt. Compliments of Spangle the Clown. I want to thank him for that. Phineas, we've got a lot of good folks with us today.
We got a lot of good folks. We had a lot of folks on the YouTube channel. We had Randall and Kevin and David Milmine who joined us on the YouTube for the first round. And I think we've got David and Kevin are definitely back with us. I haven't seen Randall yet. Ernie Russo from New Hampshire. You've already said hi to AJ, but I'd like to say hi to AJ as well. Bill Gorbett from my neck of the woods has joined us on Facebook, as has Doug Wright, Eric and Mo Elliott. Nice to see you guys. Santa Doug from Indiana. Santa Mel, Melissa is here with us. Voiceless greetings from Battle Creek. So she still is having issues with her lungs and her voice, but it's nice that you are joining us, and we will wave to you quietly. So
It's like Stephanie Claus has joined us. Hi, Stephanie. Good to have you along with us today.
Great seeing you, Stephanie. Thank you. And Sue Radloff from Michigan has joined us as well. So thank you, Sue.
Very good. Very good. Well, okay, so let's get back to the problems that we had in the beginning. We are going to be switching over. We have 10 days left on the StreamYard. We will be using EV Mux platform, and we will get it figured out. Many of you that was with us in season 1 knows that we had a bit of a bumpy ride with StreamYard at first. Any new technology, there's things that you have to figure out, and luckily the Kringle brothers has already been using the EV Mux platform for close to probably 2 months or around that now, and So we're going to be getting tutorials from them. Michael House said he would definitely help us straighten it out. So we'll get with him this week, figure it out, and see if we can get things going next week where we won't have the difficulties we've had. All right. You know what? It's hot.
Yes.
97 and sunny here. I don't know what the bot says, but
Let me put it in.
that's what my computer is telling me. So the bot's always a little bit different because it's more localized. My computer is more, I guess, probably DFW Airport, which sits between Tarrant and Dallas County, and they're a little bit different than we are here on the east side. Yes, David, it is hot everywhere, brother. It's that heat dome has set in. The sun has gotten intense. Our plants are suffering. We're losing plants for the heat, trying to keep water on them, and it's just baking the water right out of them. So our flower beds are looking a little wilty.
All right, there's what the box says.
Okay, the bot says 97, as mine does. The wind is blowing from the south at 8 miles per hour. That's 13 km/h, and the current humidity is 40%. So the good news is, when the temperature goes up this time of year, the humidity goes down. But it doesn't matter if it's 97 and 40% or 90 and 100%. They're both about the same feel. One's just wet, one's dry, but they're still hot. So,
Well, we've got the exact opposite here, because when it gets hot here, it gets humid and sticky, and it's currently 93 Fahrenheit, but with the humidity, it feels like 100 up here. So
ouch.
we've got the wilted plants and the drying grass and everything. So things are definitely very, yeesh. Yeah, it's a lot.
You know, we have been lucky here in North Texas this year. It has kind of been a mild summer. We had quite a bit of rain to begin with, as we did last year. And our temperatures, luckily, hasn't been over 100. I think our heating index has, but our apparent temperature has not. And so that's very unusual for this area. Normally, we start getting 100-degree temperature, 8-10 weeks ago. And there's been years where we've had 40, 50 days straight of 100-plus temperatures. And some of the bad years, 1980 was one of those. The year that our lovely daughter was born over here, and it was very, very, very hot that year. Anyway, let's just kind of move along. Have you got Santa B loaded?
I do.
And she does. See, she was able to work through it, Phineas.
Yes, she can.
Because, again, we had nothing set up on StreamYard today, and none of the trivia questions, none of the videos, nothing was ready. Our producer, Angela Mack, usually takes the morning, makes the announcements on the TNL network production page for both YouTube and Facebook. Gets all that out of the way, gets everything set up, and we done all that today, or she done all that today for the EV Mucks. And so that's why I've rambled on, trying to give her some time to get everything set up so we can roll along with the program. So at this point, without further ado, let's see what Santa B with the Inspirational Weekly video has to say today. Maybe he can inspire us.
Ho, 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 and happy day, my friends. Santa B here with you again today. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about consistency. If you are portraying Santa or Mrs. Claus or an elf or any other holiday character, being consistent with your backstory is important. Being consistent with the upkeep of your wardrobe is important. But most important is keeping up and being consistent with your wellness. Doesn't matter if you have the greatest sleight of hand tricks in the world. If you can't walk into the room, you can't perform. So making sure that we are taking care of us is one of the greatest consistencies we have to follow. So I encourage you to be consistent, pay attention, be well, be blessed. I love you all.
Very good.
That is so true, Santa B. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself. If you don't have your health, you really don't have anything. So make sure you're in tip-top shape and you take care of yourself. So.
It's like we have a visitor from London with us today over on YouTube, AML Harley. Good to have you. And I see you put up the weather from the bot. the conditions there in London. It's partly cloudy with temperatures of 70 degrees. Oh my goodness. The wind is blowing from the northwest at 3 miles per hour, and the humidity over there is 50%. Not a bad day. Not a bad day at all.
That would be a pleasant day here for us.
For here it would be. Yes, sir. It sure would.
Yep. And we've got Richard Irwin from Missouri who's joined us as well, and Ron McLam from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Thank you.
Hello, Brother Ron. How are you today, my friend? All right. You know what? Let's go ahead and jump in. I mean, I know it's getting late. We're already 30 minutes into the hour, and normally we would be wrapping up our something burger, but let's get that something burger started at this point, right on the other side of this.
Now that we are less than 5 months away from Christmas, we had Christmas in July just last weekend, and it is officially less than 5 months away till Christmas. Many of us have our seasons already planned. Everything's scheduled. We've got our gigs in place. I want people to start thinking about looking beyond this upcoming season. Is there anything you are looking to add to your skill set to assist in your portrayal and work beyond this upcoming season? If so, what are you looking at learning, and have you started taking steps to begin? So thinking beyond this upcoming season, because you want to give yourself time to perfect things and make sure that you've got things under your belt and under your hat really well. What are you looking at when all is said and done as we go forward after the season? So I've said before that I am actually taking classes in American Sign Language, and I'm learning a lot of basic phrases, so I can do some communication in ASL, but I'm looking at perfecting it so I can actually have conversations with believers in sign language. So that is my plan. And I'm actually taking a class in ASL to eventually become an interpreter. So that is something I'm working on. So it will help me communicate with folks. It will allow me to broaden my horizons for Santa and Phineas to perform. And that's what I'm hoping to do.
Tammy Weaver says singing happy birthday in different languages. That would be pretty cool.
That is definitely very cool, especially if you are in an area where you've got a lot of people from other countries, or if you're in South Texas where there is a large Latino group. Here where I'm at, we have people who are French, and so we need to be able to sing happy birthday or bonne fête en français, so we are able to sing in different languages as well. Stephanie Claus notes that she is working on puppetry and bubble magic. She has taken a Spanish class for Christmas performers, and she has an ESL instructor that works with her in the mundane world, and that's helping as well. So very good.
Very nice. Our friend from the UK up here, AML Harley, says that not actually from London, but southwest UK. London was just the closest city.
Okay.
Very nice. And Santa Doug, okay, so many of you have seen, if you have not, 2026, Santa Doug, Jenny Kringle, Santa Chris, Terry, and Kim Terry have a new show that will be starting on the TNL network platforms on Sunday night, 7 p.m. And Doug and I have been talking this week about the EV Mucks, and so don't fret, Doug, because we do have the Kringle brothers that can help us through that. And hopefully by this next week, we'll have it figured out, and then we can help you guys go ahead and get ready to launch for 2026. By then, surely we'll be figuring it out by then. So I see he put up EV Mucks with exclamation points and laugh out loud. And as you said, there is some differences, and it's in the studio portion. What the public sees is pretty much the same thing.
Yep.
But it's behind the scenes. It's different. So, but we'll figure it out. David's got a one there for you, and so does Ernie.
Ernie, yep. So Ernie Russo is working on learning how to play the pan flute. So such a distinct sound. Ernie, you really need to come up to Canada to visit me because we have an event where there is always a pan flute guy that that you could learn from. So David is working on social media skills, posting in-character videos or updates to spread cheer and interact with followers. I have seen that you've set up a TikTok account, David. So I'm looking forward to seeing what both Santa and Captain Greed have with that. So that is good to see. Tammy Weaver says that she's had lots of Christmas in July events and are looking forward to that as well.
Very
And
good.
I see Santa Rick from Arizona has joined us on YouTube. So good to see you, Santa.
Who was also in Branson. Got to hang out, of course, the week long with everyone there, and it was so much fun. Like I said, it's been a busy week getting back into the studio, getting back into the swing of things. Of course, with SOS being over with for 25, the new commercials for 26. I worked on that all day yesterday just for the SOS commercial, and just trying to get caught up. So I haven't had time to think about what I'm going to do next year. I ain't even thought about what I'm going to do this year. I'm just trying to go day to day. Phineas.
Indeed. So Santa Bob is working on his house and garden and learning EV Mux. So
and then there's the house. Yes, the house is still in a work in progress, and hopefully, we're supposed to have a cool front. They call it a cold front, but in the summer it's not really cold. It's just cool. Supposed to cool us down about 15, 20 degrees coming up later on this weekend, first next week. So I'm going to try to devote a couple of days out there to get that end of the house wrapped up and then move on to the front of the house, which has half of it's done, half of it that is not done, has to have some wood replacement. So again, another project that will take me a while, but I'll get it done eventually.
And we've got Randy Neely joined us, and I see also Randall has joined us as well from Michigan. Ken Kringle has joined us saying he's looking forward to the new software because there's all kinds of wrong buttons for Bob to press. So,
yes, there is. Well, there is, and of course, I played one for Phineas earlier. He said something about drum roll, and I threw up a drum roll because EV Mux does have hotkeys. And some of those are musical and some of those are sound effects. So we'll be playing with that as we go forward. Drive you crazy with that for sure.
Indeed.
And I want to say thank you to Randy Negley. Randy and I have, and my wife, my daughter, we've been working all week on a project. I can't talk about it right now, but once it happens and it's out there, boy, have I got to tell you guys a lot of good stories, but we'll see when we get there. Santa Scott's joined us from Edmond, Oklahoma.
Yep. Troy Shiflett from West Texas and Paul Anderson from my neck of the woods has joined us as well.
Yeah.
So we've got quite a crew in. So,
and I guess many of you saw, some of you played along, some did not, but let's go back to the end of last week's show.
And go back to wrong buttons to press too.
Wrong buttons to push again. Yeah, Bob messed that one up. I killed the broadcast prematurely. I am so sorry. I come running in. Randall, who had filled in for me for the last 2 Mondays, and thank you, Randy, so very, very, very much. Fantastic shows. It was good to have you back in the seat. Anyway, I come running in to try to say hi and bye at the same time to everybody because the show was signing off, and I still had my phone. I was watching the show on my phone as I was driving, or my wife was holding it, and I was listening to it over the car stereo. But come running in the house, I had it muted, so I thought that was good enough. And when I got in here and logged in, we got feedback and echo, and it was worse than a haunted house. And So the next thing I know, my daughter is over hollering in that your phone or something. I pushed a button; it was the wrong button. The whole broadcast ended, and that's what she gets for making me an administrator, right? She gave me control, and I messed it up. So anyway, we had a contest this week. Caption this photo. It was the last photo you guys saw on StreamYard before it went haywire. And Ken Kringle was our winner. He got his name in the hat 3 times for NPC in Oklahoma City in February 2026 and 3 times for SOS in July 2026. Our second place winner was who was our second?
I think it was Troy Shiflett.
I think that was correct. Got his name 2 and 2. And we kind of had a tie for third place, so we called it third place and honorable mention. They both each got 1 and 1.
Carl White and Sherry Davis.
Carl White and Sherry Davis got their names in 1 and 1 for each. And thank you guys, everyone, for playing along. It was fun. Have some great ones on there. That Ken Kringle went over the top and did a little musical tune. And hats off to you. Good job. All right. I think we can move along. I don't see any other comments. Do you, Phineas?
I don't think so. Nope. Aside from Bill Gorbett saying every day is a learning experience. So.
Yes, sir, it is. For sure. All right, let's go ahead and let's slide into our Santa Clausette trivia on the other side of our lead-in video.
Hey everyone, Angela Mack here for Bob and Phineas Live, the show about nothing. Season 4 of Bob and Phineas is brought to you by santascloset.org, where you can find all your accessories for the discriminating Santa, Mrs. Claus, and the elves. Visit Santa Wade's website at santascloset.org today, where they are known for delivering unique, value-packed Santa and Mrs. Claus accessories since opening in 2004. The goal has always been to provide both a superior customer experience at a tremendous value. Their products are fairly priced, and Santa Wade strives to bring many different products to the Claus community. Visit the website and make your next season a truly special one. This is Angela Mack reminding you all to catch our show every Monday at 3 p.m. Central, presented by TNL Network Productions. Thanks for watching. Now let's get back to Bob and Phineas in the TNL studios and today's Monday Santa's Closet Trivia.
All right, Phineas, give it a try and let's see what we get out of this one.
Okay, so once again, it is children's books today. And this little golden book is about a family lovingly celebrating Christmas. Originally published in 1950, Betty and Bob are excited to spend Christmas with their grandparents, from chopping down a Christmas tree to stringing cranberries and singing carols. This is a holiday to cherish. We need to know what the book title is, who the authors are, and who the illustrator is. So once again, the book title, the authors, plural, and the illustrator.
Yeah, I'm still using Little Golden Books. There are so many of them out there. And then, of course, on Tuesday, we've been using Golden Books and Dr. Seuss books. So it's been fun researching, going through those and seeing the different books. Many of them I remember from my childhood and from when my children were small. My granddaughter was small, but there's a lot of them that I guess I didn't realize existed, which one of tomorrow night's trivia questions will be one of those that I didn't realize was such a thing. We'll find out more about that tomorrow night. All right, you guys work on that. And while you're working on that, we're going to slide a couple of quick breaks in here for King Wrist Partners and for Boots, and we'll be back on the other side of that with our Elfin Chatterbox News. AJ wants to know if he's out of timeout.
Hold on, I will check in a minute.
And he's got part of the answer up there, but he don't have all of it.
Not quite all of it.
Quite
Hello,
all.
Jeff McMullen. Santa Mac has joined us from Wisconsin. Good to see you, sir.
Yes, sir. Hello, Jeff. Good to see you, my friend. So it was good to catch up with Joey and Priscilla again in Branson this last week. And just got to say that myself, along with many of our brothers in the Claus community that were there, got their feet measured for new pairs of boots.
Excellent.
So I actually asked Joey in our conversation how the business had been since Gatlinburg. And he said, well, business had picked up tremendously. And I said, so are our ads on our platform, our multiple shows, doing you any good? And he said, oh, by far. He said, I always ask where they heard about Kaboots. And he says that a lot of those are coming from the commercials that we're running for them. So
Excellent.
I want to thank everyone for that. And thank Joey and Priscilla again for being part of our network. I also want to say thank you to King Risk Partners, Larry Talbot in general, for everything that they do for us. Also, they help make the channel what it is with their contributions. Okay, I guess let's go ahead and slide right in here to this Elf and Chatterbox News we talked about. Just want to say again, North Polk Cornerstone's 4-day classes for 2026 will be in Oklahoma City North, Edmond, Oklahoma, at the Hilton Garden Inn Conference Center, and that's on Conference Drive, 2833. February 12th through the 15th, we will have Valentine's Day down at Bricktown. We charter a bus, take everyone down for a night out on the town, and it's always fun. And San Antonio, it was a blast, and we are going to continue that tradition with the new location this year. Now, $459 is our rate, and that comes with all your meals. Those are chef-prepared meals. And, of course, the transportation and entertainment is rolled into all that also. That's 4 days of classes. But August 1st is our deadline on our discount. We have a discount right now, early bird, for each person who signs up, $25 off that $459 price. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit. It's the least we can do. And so if it's a couple, it would be $50 because each one of you get $25. This discount is not available with the $100 deposit option. Now, we do have a payment plan. Put down $100 and pay it out, or you can take the advantage of the $25 off, pay in full, and save $25 in the long run. Okay, Phineas, I'm going to let you carry on from there.
Okay, so coming up in September 19th, 21st in Hoffman Estates, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago, Santa Nana's Holiday University, as presented by the Northern Illinois Christmas Entertainers, will be there. Santa Nana Holiday University is an excellent school provided from a different perspective, a woman's point of view. It's designed for all entertainers, be you a Santa, a Mrs. Claus, an elf, a couple, solo performer, support staff, and more. With hands-on breakout sessions to give you tools to enhance your own portrayal, as well as a number of items such as a student handbook, graduation reception, as well as 2 lunches and a dinner. By all means, join Judith Broderick and Deanna Golden in Hoffman Estates, Illinois, September 19th to 21st. Go to santanana.com to register, and they hope to see you there. So. And then coming up in July 2026, July 16th through 19th, 2026, Spangle the Clown once again is presenting School of Santas in Branson, Missouri, with the keynote instructor of Joe Barney. So you have 353 days to register.
That breaks down to only 50 weeks and 3 days, so you don't have much time left. Hurry.
Exactly.
Yeah. Joe's going to be a hoot. I got to see Joe with the Lone Star Santas Roundup back a number of years ago. And what a performer. He has such an interesting family story, circus stories. Quite the entertainer, has pretty much done a little bit of everything there is to do in the entertainment industry. And
yes, indeed. He's quite a character. And I mean, even just sitting at the table with him, you'll we'll laugh a lot and throw in a lot with that. So
Well, you'll definitely laugh a lot. And, he, of course, for the Lone Star Santas, when we were there for the roundup, he changed characters, did different things, and it was very entertaining. So you're going to enjoy that, and very knowledgeable. So everything that he will share with you at the School of Santas next year will be money, be pure money.
Yep.
Okay, are we ready to dig deeper this week, Phineas?
I do believe we are.
All right, let's go ahead and run that, and we'll be back with Phineas and his sharp, spiny, pokey red shovel.
Okay, switch back over.
So for the past season, I've been talking about character development and backstory. And I started with the Yeti puppet, Adme the Yeti, and creating a backstory for her, collaboratively with the viewers of the show, and showed how I went through researching the history of the character, any of the backstories the cultural backstories, from different cultures that have the character, the character's place in popular culture and modern media. So there's lots of opportunities to do that. And then what Santa B said about understanding your character and your backstory is very helpful, because just this past year, I was enjoying a time at a local theme park. We've got Santa's Village here in Bracebridge, Ontario. And they had recently opened a new ride, which is actually a roller coaster called Yeti Trek. And so for the Yeti Trek, they rolled out a new Yeti character for the theme park. They rolled out a explorer character who is part of the theme park mythology as well. He was one searching for the Yeti, and the roller coaster actually takes you through the forest where you can see the Yeti getting up to mischief throughout the things, if you're paying attention and not screaming your daylights out. So it's quite a fun ride. But they also managed to create an entire mythology for the park. And when I attended the park, I was gifted with some parts of the mythology, and including a membership to the Fellowship of International Yeti Spotters. And so, given my work with Adme the Yeti, as well as the baby Yeti that arrived at the North Pole, being welcomed into the Fellowship of International Yeti Spotters was a great honor for Phineas. And so, knowing my character's backstory and my relationship to Yetis now, because of the baby Yeti, which I introduced to everybody at North Pole Cornerstone, and Adme the Yeti, who I introduced you to here, I now have a new talking point for Phineas, particularly if I'm bringing either Adme with me or the baby Yeti with me, because it will allow me to begin telling new stories as my role as a Yeti spotter, and how that relates to, when I first met the Bumble at the North Pole. If I'm not going to be in general media and run the risk of copyright infringement, but at the same time, it will allow me to address how my relationship with Adme the Yeti, my relationship with the baby Yeti that I'm currently working on raising and helping grow strong and healthy. So perhaps she can either join Adme or also be released back to her general lands. We don't know yet. So there's lots of opportunity there. But when I was gifted this basically piece of promotional swag from a theme park, it allowed me to create a new item for telling my backstory. So that will go into Phineas's wallet, because I've got this beautiful badge showing that I am a member of the Fellowship of International Yeti Spotters. And it will just allow me for a little piece of, just a quick, have you seen the Yeti? Have you seen the abominable snowman? Have you seen the Bumble? If so, point them out to me, because I need to mark it in my log. I need to mark it in my diary where it was seen and what it was up to, and that type of situation. So just knowing who your character is and coming across something minor, be it a piece of a prop, a small image or something like that, really, really helps you. Mrs. Claus Vintage, Shaun White, has a scrapbook that she keeps, a photo book that she keeps of photos that she picks up throughout the year. So she has images from The Man Who Would Become Santa Claus, the claymation special, and then she has pictures of the Tooth Fairy, Betsy Modzieski. She's got pictures of Phineas, and I am blessed to be part of her story. And then she also has now added Adme to her story and the Baby Yeti. So just being able to understand who you are as a persona, be you Santa, be you Mrs. Claus, and then looking at new items that come across you come across in your travels, and being able to see, hey, I can add that to my portrayal. Everybody has the thumb tips that light up. Why not make them something other than, hey, look at this cool light? Or everybody uses them now as part of the fairy light story, but can you use it beyond the fairy light? How would you use the thumb tips? How would you use other props or magical items? And you see people like Santa Doug using and creating props that fit within the story that he and Jenny Kringle are telling. You see Steve Gillum using the props and creating props that will help him tell his story as Santa as well. And sometimes that's just based on knowing who you are as a character, knowing who you are as a persona, and then building upon it and making it your own. So it is important to keep your eyes as a character you are, and that way, even something as small as a sticker can become part of your story and your continuing persona. Thank you. Have a good day.
Great job, Phineas. Great job. Fantastic. Yeah, it's kind of cool to be able to go somewhere and be able to, like you say, get swag and then tie that into your story to use. And
Yep.
like I said, it helps validate.
Yep.
Yes, Angela Mack, Kane Smith, I believe, is working today, so he is not on with us.
Oh, it's early. I thought he did the night shift.
Oh, maybe he does. Maybe he's not on for another reason. I was just thinking maybe he had to work today. Okay. Very good. That's been such a great segment this year, Phineas, with both your Yetis and, of course, working with Sean and the things that you guys have got going on is just really intrigued me. Makes me want to get a puppet really bad. So maybe that was the answer to your first question. For next year, maybe I'll look into that. I do have a couple of small hand puppets that I've used at various times at the mall. So anyway,
and you've got your Scott Monkey and your bear too. So there you go. So
and Santa Fe was inspired, and many others have been inspired. So I see that as something that's in my future. All right, let's see. We do have a trivia winner today. And that trivia winner is out of timeout, although there was a couple of others, one that was still in timeout and one that didn't quite have the complete answer that we were looking for. So let's go ahead and jump in here. And we will say that the Little Golden Book is about a family lovingly celebrating Christmas. Originally published in 1950, Betty and Bob are excited to spend Christmas with their grandparents for chopping down a Christmas tree to stringing cranberries and singing carols. This is it's a holiday to cherish. Yeah, I'm told today. Answer is chimney. Phineas, take it.
The answer is Christmas in the Country, written by Barbara Collier and John R. Foley, and it was illustrated by Retta Worcester. Or as the British would say, Greta Worcester.
Worcester. I cannot talk today anyway. All right, let's go ahead and jump into our TNL upcoming guest and shows. Don't forget to watch all the TNL Network products, productions, and 2025 list of shows. I am going to.
Coming up tonight at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, Sean White will be live with the Claus Connect. I don't know if it will be StreamYard or EV Mux. I will let Angela decide. But her guest tonight will be Pamela McCall. And Pamela will be talking about her wonderful new book, The Wondrous Mrs. Claus. So this is an excellent resource for Mrs. Clauses and Santas and other Christmas performers. And I look forward to hearing what Pamela has to say about her new book. And there's a new Mrs. Claus book coming out as well in September from Pamela.
And, you know, she also had the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas anniversary edition. We had her on the Tuesday show. Gosh, she has put so much research, time, travel, on-site libraries, everywhere that there was documentation. She is probably one of the smarter, more educated folks when it comes to the history in our community. And yes, it will be StreamYard. There's no way we're going to try that EB Mux again until we get figured out. All right, I'm going to jump on tomorrow night's show for Tuesday Night Live will be Randy and Debbie Neely, performing couple from right here in North Texas, good friend of Carol, Angie's, all of us. And I thought they had been on the show before. I don't know where my mind was. I just spent so much time with them that it seems like I'd already had them on. And we were talking this week and find out they hadn't been on yet. So I said, okay, well, you're coming on. All right, Phineas, take it from there.
Coming up on Wednesday, July 30th, Kringle Time with the Kringle Brothers. Their guest will be Dr. Bruce Kodovich, and there might be a few other special guests. You never can tell. And then on the 31st of July, Santa's Magical Fellowship Group will be at 6 p.m. And Santa Mel has indicated that it will be a Branson roundup and follow-up. So looking forward to hear what the conversation has to say for that. So wonderful.
Kudos to Santa Mel again. She battled through her laryngitis, battled through her lung infections. She was having trouble breathing at times, and we all felt so bad for her. We felt helpless. What a trooper. She went right on through, did her MC, put on a fantastic performance as the MC for School of Santas in Branson. She's phenomenal. Love that lady. Love her so much. And
he is definitely a real trooper.
Yeah, for sure.
And we've got some comments to round up as well. Richard Irwin Jr. says that he saw Joe Barty at Gatlinburg this year, and Joe was a hoot at Gatlinburg as an MC. Yeah, you never know what Joe's going to bring up. Joe can be a real live wire and just a consummate, wonderful performer. And John Schnagelberger has said, well, he doesn't see himself using puppetry. He does enjoy the ideas that come about from the Digging Deeper with Phineas segment. So I really thank you for that, John. If you ever need to talk about character development and building your backstory, by all means, reach out to me privately and we can chat. So.
Stephanie says, bad boys are out misbehaving today. Talk to y'all later. Thanks, Stephanie, for coming on with us today. Thank you. Randy says, prayers to Mel. Randall Santa Checker Lee, that is. Since we have two Randys on today.
Yes.
Says prayers to Mel. I agree. Okay. You know what? It's we still made it within an hour, even though we lost 15 minutes in the beginning.
Professionalism.
Something.
And you haven't ended the stream yet either. So.
And I haven't pushed the wrong button yet. My hands are locked right here. I'm not touching nothing except fingertip to fingertip.
I was going to say, and saying your prayers.
And saying my prayers, exactly. All right, so tune in, kick up your heels, join in the fun for 2025, all powered by the TNL Network Productions. We want to say thank you to everyone for joining us today. Thank you for being patient with us. EV Mux is going to be fun when we get it figured out. It will be a process, and hopefully within the next 10 days we get it figured out, because that's all we have left on our StreamYard subscription, and we're not renewing because of the 100% increase in cost there. Phineas, you got any parting words? Anything you're going to do this week? Anything you want to talk about before we go?
Nothing major. I'm just going to be trying to keep cool here at the North Pole and not get too overheated. As I said, I have heard rumors that you might see me on Wednesday, but I'm not too sure about that. I haven't heard anything yet from Santa Bruce. But other than that, just wishing everybody a happy and healthy week to come. And if you're in one of the areas that's got the heat wave going, keep cool, keep safe, keep hydrated. So take care of yourselves.
That's right. Catch the Claus Connect tonight with Sean White, Pamela McCall, Randy, Debbie, and Ely tomorrow night. Dr. Bruce on Wednesday night, and Mel on Thursday. So, yep, very good. All right, guys, thank you so much. We will try to be back here on time next week, I promise. And hopefully we'll have that EV Mux figured out. And I'm sure we will. You know, they have got a ton of tutorial videos over there, but it's going to take time to go through them. And, of course, again, the Kringle brothers are going to help us. So we're all good. Thanks, everyone. See you next time.
Thank you very much. Have a good night, everybody.